You make sure that you do not say nothing, don't react in any way. It could even be like you're in the same room or simply far away, but she doesn't have that access in the form of texting you, getting a response, calling you, getting an answer, anything, even reaching out to your friends to see, oh, why did John, Joe, David not say anything to me today, whatever your name is, right? So when you do this, this is the moment that a woman actually has to sit in her emotions. Y'all, believe it or not, as much as women are emotional by nature, they've actually mastered how to run away from their emotions. Aside from being in their masculinity, they have mastered that, oh, don't, in a sense, have it happen. Don't be too in tune with it, and especially in a lot of particular situation with you. Think about it like this to put things into perspective. A guy that constantly keeps hurting a woman and she wants to stay with him, but she knows that he's not going to change. She has to build up toughness, right? She might still cry, have sleepless nights, always talk about him, say she'll leave, but she won't leave. However, she does have to build emotional toughness, emotional resilience. Now, why do that, right? But love is love. That's all I can say at this point. So I say this to say this is a time where a woman is aware where she has to be okay to juggle those feelings and know how to get it under control. Let me give you one example to make it make more sense. For instance, every time she goes through a breakup, her friend knows that this is typical. Like he does something wrong, then she gets in her feelings, she comes crying to the friend, etc. So they just start, like acting like they're single or going out more. And she's not doing this in the intent of moving on. She's doing this in the intent of hurting him or getting him jealous or getting him upset, trying to get a reaction. So that's a prime example of women being in tune with their emotions. Not necessarily being emotional intelligent, and she could be as well, but just again, she's choosing to. Here's the problem with you, and this is why you have to go ahead and not say nothing, not react, all that stuff, and know that she's actually feeling something, because this whole time that she decided not to be in tune with you, now she's experiencing something that's triggering her enough for those emotions that she could, in a sense, run away from, even numb, or let's even just say not acknowledge. So let's say she's fully aware that it's there. She's cautious. She still has a sense that, oh, okay, like, yeah, like we talk, or yeah, we date. But that element of, oh yeah, like if I lost him, man, that would hurt. Or man, like I don't like this feeling of like waiting on a message. I don't like the feeling of like not understanding what he's up to. Especially, and this is why you always have to check yourself, fellas, especially if you are the type of guy that makes sure you're telling her, oh, hey, like, hey, I'm sorry I was late because I had to work extra hours. Or, hey, I was late because, man, I was just dealing with family problems or something, right? Or I was on the phone, this took this long, I thought it would only take this long. Like, stop explaining yourself to women. And as I'm saying in this video, stop even saying anything. If you're really trying to get her to really trigger those emotions, get her to really be in her feelings, in a sense, go ghost. But even try something as simple as this. And this typically is more applied for when you're in a, let's say, serious relationship, or you're actually going to still keep talking to her. So you're not necessarily going to be gone for good. But try something as simple as not responding as your typical average time would be. So if you would respond back within 30 minutes, best believe I'm gonna tell you to respond back in an hour. Now, one thing I will not encourage, I never really encourage. I know when I talk to people on consultations, sometimes they still want to take the approach of matching people's energy, which this is what I don't encourage most times, like literally like 95% of the time, if not like maybe 98, but I don't really encourage it, because if you're being drained, if you're being tired out, especially if this person can't come up to your level, to the effort that you put, why would you want to match their energy? Now, as I was saying with consultations though, and y'all can book it if you want to get on the line and talk about what's going on with you. Consultations are definitely about anything, and it's definitely a non-judgmental place. I will not be judging. So it's no judge, safe place, and definitely it is 100% confidential. So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. But bottom line is about you, right? It's about your results. It's about what do you want to change, especially if you've been believing or convinced or she's made you feel, even life in general. It's not even her. Sometimes things can make you get into that victim mentality, or man, things are always happening for to me instead of for me type of thing. So with that being said, if you're so serious about things changing and you know you're not going to lessen your worth, or you're not going to have someone make you feel like you are this less or you can't have this much, I got y'all. Book the consultation. Or if you don't even want to do that, remember there's different options. You can definitely check out products that will actually give you real results. And this is if you do the work. Once again, if you want to match energy and there's a high chance this person is not going to change, or you actually have to not match energy, step away so much, back to this video, not say anything, then that might be the alternative. And I have things starting with no contact guides and journals. I have master classes. Definitely got a lot of what are they called, ebooks. I have different types of styles because it's not just about dating, it's also like mastering your mind. So the options are really endless in a sense. If you want to figure out where you need to start, just go on the website, see what's there. And yeah, like there's a lot of different reviews that people told me. There's people that have sent me what they liked. So I just feel like it's more about what's personalized to you. And if you do start a consultation, maybe that'll give you more clarity. Okay. And don't forget about Patreon per usual. Patreon will definitely have you have more access to exclusive stuff, especially even if you join as a member. You do still get an exclusive video a month, and there is a community being built there. So join it for free by clicking the link down below. To my video, back to what I was saying though, you want to make sure when you're dealing with women, you are not budging. And as I was saying with like this matching energy thing, she has to sense that her energy is too low for someone like you to come down to her level. You don't want to scoop to her level because it could get really tricky. It could get really messy. It could get really draining. Now, I want to ask y'all, how many of y'all do scoop to her level or match the energy? And how many of y'all just be like, nope, if it's not like this, I'm out? Like, are y'all about like the strikes only 1-2 times? You go up to 3? Are y'all also like, oh, she got to get with my program? Are y'all also like, she got to meet me halfway? Like, what type of style do you go about it, and how do you handle it? Let it be known in the comment section. Not only just because I love reading it and I be in the comment section, but again, I know it helps out other fellas, and I love to see you guys communicate with each other. So to kind of just sum up this video, I want y'all to know that with women, those emotions have to be triggered, and there's really only one way to get her to feel other emotions. Just like your absence being gone, there's only really one way to do it sometimes. So how I explained in this video, take that approach and you will start seeing how she's going to be a little bit different. And don't be caught up on the time period. This is why no contact never has a time period, because you don't want to be caught up on that. You want it to be that she's getting a sense of like, man, I don't like the feeling of not having him, or man, this hurts, or I just wish I could call him type of thing. Okay, I'll explain this so much more in other videos. I hope this helped in some way. As I always say, take care of yourself, and I love y'all. Don't forget about the links down below, and I will talk to y'all very much soon. Bye y'all.